In case you missed it, a viral tweet stated, "Durk's lawyers just filed the slickest bond proposal I've ever seen. We might actually see him walk free before GTA 6 drops." This was shared by Mo, the well-known rap industry lawyer.
In the Lil Durk case, his lawyer Drew Finling not giving up on the application for a bond. Now, they were denied last week by a magistrate judge. In federal court, you have a magistrate judge and a district judge. The district judge is on top of the magistrate judge. So if the magistrate judge denies you, you can ask the district judge to take a look at it. That's what his lawyers are doing here. I think this is a good decision because, quite frankly, in front of the magistrate judge who denied Lil Durk, Drew Finling could have pulled a rabbit out of a hat, and that magistrate judge would have remanded the rabbit. You have to consider the fact, and I hope the district judge will, that this case, as pled several months ago, has been significantly watered down in terms of how it's being pled against Durk, where you used to have an allegation that we, the government, are going to prove to you exactly who he paid the bounty to. Now the government's saying, oh, we're not going to be able to do that.
As Mo mentioned, the fill-in judge immediately denied Durk. This was because his case is a straightforward murder for hire. However, what took place during his first bond hearing could be the key to his release on the second attempt, as it all begins with,
update on Lil Durk. He had his bond hearing today. He looked good. He looked like he was in good spirits. No crazy weight gain or anything like that. He looked good. The judge was on the same vibe she was on last time, which is that, wait, they're saying murder for hire. They're saying you put bounties up. They're saying you ordered. They're saying this. I'm saying that's going to be no bond. There's basically no argument you can make to this judge in a murder for hire case to get a bond. Is that the prosecution's case has taken two major hits. One, the prosecution has had to abandon their allegation that he rapped and celebrated about this murder, that he put these lyrics out talking about, oh yeah, I got you, you out here screaming no, no, crying in the street. The prosecution had to back away from that allegation. It was proven false. They need that allegation.
What may ultimately help him is the prosecutors dismantling their own case by informing the judge that they will no longer use Lil Durk's lyrics as evidence, and instead plan to pursue a different approach.
The other allegation they backed away from, which is huge, shows the weakening of the case. Previously, the prosecution had alleged that Durk paid the bounty through one of his co-defendants, and they named the co-defendant. Now they've backed off that allegation. They're not actually saying that Durk paid the bounty through the co-defendant or anyone else. And the fact that they're not saying that suggests that previously they thought they were going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy, and now they know we're not going to be able to prove that he paid the bounty through this guy.
As the case weakens for prosecutors who can't use Durk's lyrics anymore, they've hit him with something new. Reports stated, Lil Durk now faces a new charge in his murder for hire case after being hit with a second superseding indictment, while prosecutors removed all lyric references. This move is actually bad news for Durk. As explained on Thursday, a California grand jury indicted Durk, born Durk Banks, with a new charge of stalking resulting in death, linked to the passing of Quando's cousin. This is in addition to previous charges: 1 count of using interstate facilities to commit murder for hire, 1 count of conspiracy, and 1 count of using, carrying, and discharging firearms, including a machine gun, resulting in death. Despite lyrics being removed from the indictment, which sounds like good news, Durk's legal team already submitted paperwork for a second bond hearing. His lawyer even called the case a joke. Since the only evidence the feds initially had was lyrics, which they've now confirmed they're not using.
The case is as follows. So there was an indictment. It did not name him, right? It named others, and then there was an unindicted person. And then 3 weeks later, that indictment was named. It's called the first superseding indictment, and it does name him. The indictment was identical, except the unnamed person now became Durk Banks. And this is the really important part after. The second indictment, what's called the first superseding indictment, only had one new fact. It had one new fact, and that was it alleged that there was a video by Durk that celebrated and monetized this.
Knowing there's minimal evidence against Lil Durk, his lawyer Drew began asking others in the rap industry about the songs the feds plan to use. He found out that these tracks are very old and shouldn't be used against him at all.
We got the indictment. We noticed, and we started hearing from people in the music world. People are like, this doesn't really make sense. That song, those lyrics were done a long time before that. I mean, we were hearing it from all different directions. We were hearing it from studio people. We were hearing it from people that wear suits to work every day, executives. Yep. And so we were like, we got to get to work here. We got to figure this out.
Due to all of this, Durk's lawyer flat out stated they plan to go the distance. However, with the new charges, that could be a risky move. This led academics to ask whether Durk would consider a plea deal. His lawyer firmly responded, absolutely not. They're going all the way.
Likelihood of a plea. I think a lot of people have seen like this. Seems like it's a do or die. This is kind of like it's going to be like a 1 or 0 type of situation. You're either are or you're not. Is Durk, from your understanding, or you as a lawyer right now, as his criminal attorney, are you open to possible conversations about plea deals? Are you thinking, no, we're going all the way? Would you entertain it? Just entertain it? Because that's your job to listen to it and maybe present it to Durk, or that's just off the table?
It's a conspiracy commitment case. It's an all or nothing case. He did not participate in a conspiracy. So there is no alternative. A life sentence, potential life sentence. So this case is going to 12 people.
They're going all the way for one key reason. Durk's lawyers are holding onto a strategy they believe will win the case, arguing that everything Lil Durk does online and in his music is simply an exercise of his First Amendment right.
There's a First Amendment argument, right? That this violates the First Amendment. Can you talk about that?
Right, for sure. I mean, I'm expressing myself. I can say the things that I want to say in a rap record or any kind of record. And you can go back and there's country records, and there are pop records, and there are R&B records that talk about all kinds of things. It's just that there's this notion that with hip hop, quote, glorifying that suddenly now we're going to use these things to prosecute them. But does that mean that free speech, First Amendment has gone away? No, absolutely not. He can absolutely rap about what he wants to rap about, and that doesn't mean just because the story is...
With things looking favorable for Durk's lawyers, other attorneys online are predicting he'll be released just like Young Thug was.
We've seen it happen quite a bit. I don't know that I'd say it's been persuasive. I think the biggest example we look at is Young Thug down in Atlanta. They took a lot of his lyrics, and even though technically speaking, ultimately they got a conviction, he actually walked out on time served. Most of the people that were prosecuted did end up being convicted, and I don't think anybody would call that prosecution a successful prosecution. And so, you've got freedom of speech issues. Does it mean that just because I'm saying something in a rap song, and it typically is a rap song, does that mean that I actually did something? And this is an extra interesting twist here because Lil Durk's attorney is saying, well, this song was actually released months before.
However, these new charges against Lil Durk could shift the entire case. Although they dropped the biggest piece of coincidental evidence, his rap lyrics, just watch the news where you can hear a woman screaming, no. No, as Quando appears on the sidewalk.
Now the search is on for 3 people who police say at a Savannah rapper, a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath. No! This man, a passenger in that car, frantic at the sight.
It raises the question of how much evidence they really have against Lil Durk if they can just drop some evidence after reviewing court files. The truth is, it's a lot. One update many overlooked states: over 230 gigs of digital evidence, including audio and video recordings and surveillance footage. Plus 20,000 pages of reports are currently being processed for discovery. This all came from an F-snitch named Jam, who allegedly provided the bulk of the evidence. A court update said the feds believe Lil Durk paid to have 2 people dealt with. First, Stephen Mack, who targeted Lil Durk's brother, Dang. And second, Jam's baby mama, who died after Lil Durk discovered he was wearing a wire. Authorities consider Jam crucial to convicting Lil Durk on all 3 crimes. 2 new murder cases are connected to Lil Durk, as shown in an Instagram Live, where Durk spotted Jam wearing a wire. Jam is seen holding his jacket collar and whispering into it.
I ain't gonna lie. My whole brain changed. I ain't gonna lie. Feeling like back in the day. Oh,
Give it check on your man. Know what you got?
yeah. I ain't gonna lie, man. Hey, when I was growing up, I don't have a day architect. I'm having a day. School's ass out now.
This ties into a Lil Durk interview from months before his arrest, where he mentioned noticing Jam acting suspiciously. It's now clear that Lil Durk was playing 3D chess all along. He knew Jam was going to cooperate with the authorities.
I see shit from a mile away. I don't think people realize that. I can have a conversation with you for 5 seconds and know you're going to cooperate.
Later, Durk revealed that he doesn't even let his friends know where he lives anymore and shares no information with anyone, showing just how deeply hurt he is knowing that Jam snitched on him.
Nobody is ever allowed to my house. It be our best friend never been in my house.
For real?
I promise.
Your best friend?
I promise. Like, it's people like I just don't allow around my girl and my kids, because it's like I'm just a different type. I'm not the have family night at Durk house tonight. Still,
everybody at Durk's crib.
Yeah, we gotta everybody getting watched. Watch everybody. Hey, they go too close to them kids. What to do? Like, that's how I play. Like, I don't play.
In case you didn't know, Jam is the same guy Durk gave $50,000 to now. Take a close look at the people in the background of this Instagram Live.
What's his name? Steady crying, huh? He's steady crying. Feed him. Look.
See that?
Feed him.
Baby. That's really how y'all hold y'all babies. I gotta hold my money like this. It's too much. Crazy though. I'm sitting up there doing all this. Sneak this and the internet games and all this. I'm some money to do something. Like, we winning, bro. I can do it. Whatever it is I want to do, I can do it. Not what I want to do, what I want. Y'all can do that, bro.
Bro got out what?
You know that
Haven't you did all?
The year I did it now?
Yeah.
That's what it be.
12.
Sweet.
That boy popped out 12 years.
Man. So much money.
We really get in order to pick out lanes, man, boy.
This was the first sign that Jam was snitching. The men seen in the background throughout the IG Live are the very same ones who were jewelry shopping with King Von.
Solitary.
Hey, let's go over there. Boss, you good? My boy. They got real in here, man, because he just stepped in.
All the men who were jewelry shopping with Vaughn and appeared in that Instagram Live are now behind bars, awaiting trial alongside Lil Durk. On top of that, they're linking Durk to another murder case, pointing to an Instagram story where Durk wrote for Dang. This was posted just 30 minutes after Stephen Mack died, followed by another Instagram story showing Lil Durk laughing the next day.
What? Chicken on phone. Hey, somebody else said slap car. Somebody else said slap car.
With DJ Academics' stream exposing more details, the feds uncovered even clearer evidence showing that Lil Durk's album titles and song names correspond to crimes he allegedly committed. This connection gave the police the basis they needed to arrest him in the first place.
2020 Bond, 2021 his brother, 2022 is who his brother, they get caught. And to Bond, at least a cousin of theirs get caught. 2023, he drops an album, I'm Almost Healed. You think about that, Chad? It's like poetic. 2020, Bond, 2021 his brother. 2022, get back for both those situations. 2023, I'm Almost Healed.
Originally, rumors spread that members of Lil Durk's crew were snitching on him,